Welcome, everybody. I forgot to press record, so slight problem, but I have gone over the measurements. They are in the blog above, so if you did miss, you will have missed the start of it because I forgot to press record. But basically, we need a piece of card, which is the length of A4 by 14.8, scored at 4.8 centimeters, 9.6, 14.4, and 19.2. And a smaller piece of card, 16 centimeters by 8 centimeters, scored in the middle at 8. So that's the scoring, folded as we've shown, as you can see here, and as you can see in the pictures on the blog. So we're just putting all of the other bits in. So I'm putting the first bit of DSP, which is going to go on this back piece here. And this piece is 10 by 14.3. So sticking that bit in. There, now I think we're up to date, given I forgot to press record. So various other bits of card you need, but we'll talk about those as we go through, and various other bits of DSP. So that's the big piece for the back. Then you want 4 strips, and these are all, hang on, what are they? 4.4, 4.4 centimeters by 14.3 or 14.4, depending on how big a gap you want. So I've used this lovely Painted Illusions paper, and I'm going to alternate the patterns. So I think I might have my blue against blue, and then I'm going to have my swirly patterns. So it's something like that. So we're going to stick all of the DSP on our base. So that's the next stage. Next bit, we need our pieces to go on the front of here, and these are I think I did them 7.4 by 7.4 for the front of the smaller card. So we're going to stick them both on the side with the mountain fold. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is basically the card, and this will stick on like that to form the card. Yeah. That's how the
Yes.
card comes together. So we're not going to stick this on yet because it just makes it a bit more awkward to stick other things down. Well, not that much really. No, do you know what? We could stick this on now. So let me go through how you stick this one on. So you want to lay the card flat down once you've got all your DSP on.
Oh,
And then you're going to turn over your front card so that the DSP is facing towards the other DSP.
yeah.
And then line up the center crease with the second fold along in your base card like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want a pencil, and you're just going to just very gently mark where the other 2 folds are, like that, the line down or just a little mark,
Yep.
because it's outside there that you want your glue to go.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so once you've marked, you know where you can put your glue, so keep it well away from going over that line. Whoops. Like that. Then we can turn it back over and place it down again, lining up that crease with the front there. That's the most important thing, is to line those creases up, and then you can stick it down. And that is the easy way to do it, because then it forms the card and you know that it's going to lie flat. So you can give it a really nice, good crease when you've done it. And you'll find that because we've measured it like that, the gaps either side are basically right. You need to push it in a bit more, then do. But I'm happy with that. Right, so we have our other pieces of basic white, and 2 or 3 pieces, it's up to you. 2 of them are going to go on here, because we're going to have one as the front of the card with the decoration on, one here, which either you can decorate or just write your greeting on. But if you wanted, you can actually put another piece on the back here for an extra greeting. So it's up to you. So you can either use 2 pieces, you could leave that one just plain, or put some decoration on, and then you can put one on the back. So it's up to you where you put them. Either two there or three, or have two there and leave the back plain. So I don't know. I can't quite decide. I'm going to start my decoration and then decide after that because that's the way I craft, let's be honest. So I am using the gorgeous Cutest Crew, and I'm using the birds because I just fancy those. And I'm using Happy Birthday and the butterflies and probably the bird feet. I've got all those out, and I've just realised I want to have the best day for my inside sentiment where I'm going to write. So I'll just get that out as well. And I'm just going to use Memento because I want to colour my birds and things. You could obviously do this in fact, I'm going to get Misty Moonlight as well for my sentiment because it'll match my base colour. There's lovely colours in this. They're quite different, and I've picked out those colours to use to colour the birds. But we'll see. So I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight to stamp my have a nice day or have the best day sentiment. Like that. And I shall be using my little bird feet, I think, given I've got birds on the front. So we're going to have Memento bird feet all over my inside bit here. So totally up to you how you want to decorate it. I'm going to use that for my inside piece. Then I am going to also use, I'll keep that open for this other sentiment here. My birds, where are my birds? So for my front, I'm actually going to use my birds and I'm going to stamp them on the front here. And I'm also going to stamp on a piece of scrap card because I am actually going to cut out at least one of the birds. So we're having them there. And I've also got my butterflies. We want butterflies because I like butterflies. They're going to be coloured as well. So I'm going to have them flying up the side there. Shall I put them inside as well? I might, do you know, I might just decorate this piece and then decide whether I want to do something else on it. Yeah, I'll have my butterflies like that. It's a shame I can't bend them the other way, but I can't have them flying upside down. That would be awful, wouldn't it? So I'll have them there. There we go. That'll do. And then I have my happy birthday, which we will do in Misty Moonlight, which can be here. So I do that on a separate piece as well and have that, but I think I'll leave it there. Right. So then some colouring. And I've just picked out the colours from the DSP, which is always the easy way to do it because, of course, they are listed on the back of your sheet. So you always know what colours they are. So I've pulled out Darling Duckling. I've got Granny Apple Green, Lost Lagoon, and Flirty Flamingo. So I am going to have my birds in those three colours and my butterflies. And I'm using my green for the grass. So just get on with colouring, folks. Now it's fun. I've done my envelope. Don't forget you've got to decorate your envelope. I had a little tiny bit of DSP left over, so I've cut it for a strip down the envelope. And I think I might add, should I add my butterflies or my bird feet? My butterflies, I think. So yeah, I'm going to do some fussy cutting. I'm going to cut my little birds out. Right,
But
I'm going to stick my bits on. So I'm going to put that on flat and then add my birds with dimensionals. There, and I am going to use all three, just because I can. And because it's quite a bit smaller than the card that's folded, it will be covered if I just make sure I line it up crossways with this so that it's there and just about in the middle, and that should be fine. There we go. There's mine. Yeah, happy with that.
Lovely.
There's plenty of space to write there, but if you didn't want to do, I think this looks just a bit plain without anything. So I'm going to write on there and leave that as an extra little bit for them to see. And my little birdies stick up on dimensionals. So it is quite a thick card. I've got a feeling it might need to go, if you're posting it, it just might. I put dimensionals on here. That might be too much if you're posting it. You might want to just leave it flat on the front,
Oh,
um, because it just might push it into away from normal letter. It's just a lovely card. And then I coloured my butterflies on there and stuck a piece of DSP on to decorate the envelope. So there we
lovely.
go. That is my card. I hope the rest of see what the rest of you have done.